So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's try to understand one of the most interesting placements of Sun, and that is Sun placement in the 10th house of your Vedic astrological birth chart, and what are the kind of karmas that are interconnected with this Sun. Even I'm going to cover up some of the important planetary conjunctions, because most of the time Sun is going to be either sitting with Mercury, Venus or some other planets, and how the 7th aspect of Sun is going to impact your personal life also. But first of all, let's try to understand what exactly is planet Sun in Vedic astrology and what is the 10th house. So on one hand, if I discuss with regards to planet Sun, Sun is naturally the planet which represents your soul or the Atman. So purity of your soul, or what is your soul purpose, that is inclined with planet Surya. This is also naturally the natural soul significator, or this is the natural Atam Karka Graha in your chart. Even though the planet holding the highest degree, that is going to be Atam Karka for this present birth. But if you want to look into your all the past life karmas and what your soul connection with your previous birth karmas, that is seen from planet Sun. This is also the representation of the light phase. There are two phases, one is the complete light and second one is the darkness. So the light phase is seen from Surya. This is the planet which is also responsible for all the knowledge, any ancient knowledge related to Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Athar Veda, Sam Veda, any kind of a knowledge, teachings from your father, the relationship aspect between you and your father, that thing is also seen from Sun. This is also the planet which is responsible for authority, power, your reputation in the society. Even Sun is the representation of your ego as well. Because I will tell you one thing, Sun in the Kalpursha Kundli, that is gaining control over the 5th house, and that is the house of your intellectual abilities or the intelligence. So this Sun also represents any kind of a chanting of mantras or mantra sadhana, is deeply associated with this Surya. And on the other hand, the 10th house in Vedic astrology is actually your Karma Bhav. This is not the house of your job or career. 10th house actually represents the karmas or the duties that you are going to perform. And even with which intent you are performing your karmas, that thing is seen from the planet that is sitting in the 10th house. This is also the house that is going 4 places away from the 7th house. 7th house is actually the marriage and the married life. So planets that are sitting in the 10th house is also going to represent the kind of happiness that you are going to get immediately after marriage. Even one very important thing, 10th house is very important house, especially in the 21st century. Because I will tell you, this is actually the work that you are going to do, or the level of contribution that you are going to make towards this complete universe. So that contribution is seen from the 10th house. And even the 10th house Lord is also going to signify the level of contribution that you are going to make into this life. So first of all, when you put Sun in the 10th house, what is going to happen? Sun is going to gain directional strength in the 10th house. And this is becoming very extremely powerful. Irrespective of the zodiac sign placement, irrespective whether it is exalted, debilitated, irrespective of that thing. But in the negative side, what is happening over there, this is going to create the Karka Bhavo Nasho. Which means if the significator of the 10th house is sitting in the 10th house, so this is going to destroy the significance. 10th house is actually the house of a father. And Sun in the 10th house, what is going to happen? Your name, fame and reputation is going to suffer because of your father, or because of you, your father, name, fame and reputation is going to suffer. That thing especially depending upon the dignity of the Surya as well, like in which areas you are going to suffer or your father is going to suffer. Because even what is happening over there, this is going to create a lot of opposition of ideas between you and your father. Like your thinking pattern or your way of thinking is going to be totally different, and your father philosophy towards life is going to be a totally different thing. Even from the marriage point of view, as I told you, from the 7th house, 10th house becoming the happiness part. So Surya placement in the 10th house is also acting as a badak, obstruction in front of you in order for you to find a partner. Even if you are going to find a partner, I will tell you what is going to happen. There is going to be some correlation or interrelation that is deeply associated between you, your father, and even your life partner as well. And depending upon the dignity of Surya, this is going to instill some of the negativity directly into your marriage and married life. And that is the number one negative thing I will tell you of Sun in the 10th house, because this is directly aspecting your 4th house. And Sun rays, whenever it is falling on the 4th house, this is going to brighten that house. 4th house is actually the house of your marital bliss. This is also the house of your homeland. So the mental peace is going to be totally disturbed inside the home, because Sun is a very malefic planet, and it becomes very difficult for the 4th house to handle the energy of planet Sun. That is why in the original Kalpurush Kundli, I will tell you, 4th house is ruled by the sign of Cancer, because it represents the emotional aspect. Your emotions are deeply associated with the 4th house. And what this is going to create, a lot of opposition of ideas between your family members, especially between your mother and father. And that is not going to bring a very cordial childhood days as well. This is going to be the most difficult placement of Sun, especially from the family point of view. From the career point of view, I will tell you, this Sun don't want to take the suppression, because Surya in the 10th house, this is going to give you ego inside you, lot of attitude, lot of ego. But if the other planets, they are not supporting this Surya, it becomes very difficult for you to even survive or sustain in any kind of a job for longer duration of times. If the dignity of Sun is very powerful, that is a positive thing. But if the dignity of Sun is very weak, and even the 10th house lord is also very weak, you need to look at the Karka, significator, that is planet Saturn. So if the significator of the 10th house is not supporting that house, what is going to happen? This is going to create a lot of contradiction between you and your bosses. So whosoever is going to be the top boss, there is always going to be contradiction happening over there. And the main reason by changing jobs in very shorter duration of time with this Sun, that is because of the ego related issues, especially that is coming between you and your boss. Because I will tell you, Sun don't want to take suppression in the 10th house. If someone is suppressing this Surya, that is suppression of ego is happening over there. And these individuals, they don't want to suppress their ego. And it is highly preferable for you guys to work independently. Business is also not going to work if Sun is posited in the 10th house. Because I will tell you, if the prominency, Sun is a very big planet. So if the prominency of planets that are putting some lot of pressure over the 10th house, it becomes very difficult for you to leave the mentality of a job. I will tell you, Sun is a very authoritative kind of a planet. Sun wants the reputation and power rather than money. Okay, Sun is not after gaining a lot of money. Sun wants to acquire the name, fame, reputation, some kind of a leadership roles. If Sun is having all that kind of a thing, money is directly going to flow towards Sun. But the difficult part, if the significator or the 10th house lord is not very powerful, you are going to shift a lot of jobs. One time here, second time here, third time here, and it becomes very important for you to have a very definite chief aim and objective in your life. Like you are sticking with one thing till your last breath. That is going to be a permanent solution of the Sun placement in the 10th house. Even this is actually the Capricornian energy. So Capricorn is a zodiac sign which is ruled by planet Saturn. Here Mars is getting exalted, Jupiter is getting debilitated, and I will tell you, this is originally the Saturn's own house, that is the Capricornian sign. Capricorn is a very structured sign, and I will tell you, Sun in the 10th house is going to question the authority a lot, because this Sun is going to take you towards certain level of heights, then this is going to put you down. Again, this Sun is going to pick you up towards certain level of heights, again this is going to pull you down. And why this thing is happening, I will tell you, because Sun in the 10th house is forming a wave kind of a pattern. Wave pattern in your career aspect, like one time you are going upward, then downward, then upward, then downward, then upward and then downward. And this Sun is even going to create affliction towards the 11th house. That is the house of the incoming gains. Because originally the sign of Aquarius is also ruled by planet Saturn. Saturn is ruling the two most important houses, 10th and 11th. 10th house, you are putting some effort. 11th house, you are reaping out the gains. But Sun is going to create the disconnection between the 10th and the 11th house. Here what is going to happen, your education is going to be totally different from your career aspect. Because 5th house lord is going Khadashtak, 6 places away. Second important thing, what is going to happen, you no longer want to become into that kind of a radical kind of a combinations where you are constantly doing some repetition of a work, because Capricorn represents the same kind of a routines, and Sun don't like routines. That is why Sun is exalted in the first house. Sun want power, authority rather than any other thing. And if Sun is not receiving the power and authority in the 10th house, this is going to create severe affliction to the 11th house. 11th house is actually the house of your desires, your wish fulfillment, your incoming gains as well. So I will tell you, if your career aspect is co-aligned with the 11th house lord as well, then that is a good thing. For especially you individuals choosing a career pathway, or which career is going to be most suitable for you, you must need to pay attention towards both 10th and the 11th house. Because I will tell you, your money must need to form some kind of a correlation with the 10th house. Sun is naturally I will tell you, in our ancient Puranas, it is written, Sun is the giver of wealth. So Sun is going to give you the wealth. The pathway of the wealth is seen from planet Moon, that is the Chandra, which is completely opposite, and that is in the 4th house. And that is why I told you, self-employment is very important for you individuals. Rather than working into some kind of authoritative roles or even in some team kind of a zone. Because I will tell you, the more high you are going to rise up the corporate ladder, this is directly going to spoil the 4th house. And that is your mental peace and even the happiness part. Next part I will tell you, this placement of Sun is also not good from the health perspective. And especially I will tell you, problems related to liver and even the indigestion, they can occur with the passage of time, especially the stomach related problems. Because Sun is naturally a malefic planet, this is a Surya. 10th house is actually the Capricornian sign, that is the earth element. Earth don't have the ability to absorb the fiery elements. Even if you look in the Kalpursh Kundli, the 1st house, 5th house and the 9th house, they are the trine houses. 1st house is ruled by Mars, 5th house is ruled by Sun, and 9th house is ruled by the Sagittarius. So Sun is going to perform very well if it is in the 9th house, not in the 10th house. Because here what is happening over there, there is going to be a contradiction happening between you and the individuals that are working below you. So suppose you are the boss, you are becoming a top boss in any organization, your subordinates, they are not going to support you, they are not going to like you. And this is a natural karma which you individuals need to deal in this present life. This is a good placement if you want to even go into field of politics also. Because if Sun is in conjunction with some other planets, suppose Neech Bhang Raj Yoga is forming over there, then this is a very good placement in order for you to go into field of politics. If Sun is with other benefic planets like Venus, then Mercury, then I will tell you, this is going to create a lot of friction between you and your life partner. Because then what is going to happen, on one hand, happiness is coming through the 10th house. So the malefic planets, they are not going to instill the happiness. Benefic planet, they are going to give the happiness. So the malefic and the benefic combination is not good, especially in the 10th house. Here I will tell you, your reputation is also going to suffer a lot. Because your mentality, your way of thinking is going to be in this direction. 99% of the population is going to think into this direction. You will never ever go into the wrong pathway if Sun in 10th house. Your Atman is not going to permit you. Because then this is going to create some kind of a mismatch with your karmas as well. Your Karam Bhav is not permitting you. The purity of soul is very high if Sun in the 10th house. So that is the contradiction thing I will tell you. Here I will tell you, apart from this placement, overall chart analysis is very necessary in order to exactly predict the results of Sun in the 10th house. Because this is quite one of the most complicated placements. Most of the individuals, they say Sun in the 10th house, gaining directional strength, very good for career, good stability, nothing like that. So that's it guys from my side in this video. I hope you love this analysis. If you have any queries, any consultations with regards to your Sun placement, do let me know. I will try my best to respond you back as soon as possible. Any other marriage, career, spiritual consultation, so do let me know. Till then, please subscribe my channel below and make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. And I'm going to meet you very soon in the next video. Bye bye.